Tell the people who you are.
I can do it! Hi, friends. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Nora.
And we're gonna cook today. And today, we are going German.
Yeah.
What was in the pantry?
Oh, Spätzle. Spätzle. And I looked it up and it can be either, my mom always said Spätzle, so I'm going with Spätzle. Which is German noodles.
We're having Schnitzel with noodles. Zigga, 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 oi, oi, oi! The protein we're using tonight is pork chops. We're also making German noodles, because I can't say it, from what was in our pantry. Noodles! That's not the front. Noodles! So, we're gonna make a pork cutlet, and then we're making pork cutlets that are dredged and fried with gravy and noodles. So the first things first, we need to smash the meat. Meat. In today's sauce, which is kind of like a gravy, it's a brown gravy, we're going to be using onions and mushrooms. I cut these rather thin and very small because we're making a sauce. We don't want chunky onions. I'm just gonna do a rough chop on. I want to use big pieces in the sauce because the mushroom is the star. We're gonna use a half an onion, a lot of mushrooms. When a mushroom has gone bad, it smells like fish. So smell your mushrooms, folks. It's gonna ruin your dish if you got old mushrooms. Is that enough mushrooms? I don't think so. Doesn't smell like fish. So in a saucepan that we're gonna heat up, I'm putting it at about medium heat. Put a little olive oil in there, because these aren't gonna take very long once this heats up. So we are gonna put our mushrooms and onions in here. We're gonna let those get translucent, then we'll put the mushrooms in. So in the meantime, we are heating up our skillet to cook our pork cutlets. They're not gonna take very long at all, so we're trying to do things kind of simultaneously. So those are looking a little yellower. Mushrooms in the pan. Let the mushrooms chill with the onions. We're dredging the meat. Flour, eggs, breadcrumbs. So we got our German noodles, Spätzle, or Spätzle. I always call them Spätzle. Okay, boil water, add noodles. 14. Timer. 12 minutes. Oop, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. We're making sauce. I'm just gonna sit here and drink my beer.
Where I need to make the sauce?
You're making sauce?
Yeah, I'm making sauce. Am I not making sauce?
You're making sauce.
Okay, so we've got the onions and mushrooms really, really nicely sauteed. They look good.
They look good.
Usually to do a sauce, I'll start with a base of, I like to use bouillon, so you can use dry bouillon or I like better than bouillon, but you can also use stock. So we have a roast beef base. I'm gonna make a cup of that. I'm also gonna add a little bit of red wine. And you can use red cooking wine, or you can use just any red wine that you have in your house. Stir this up. You're supposed to get it boiling first, but I don't. Alright, so I added the broth and now I'm going to add a little bit of red wine. You don't have to use a ton, but it adds a nice little extra depth. If you're super into measuring, I would say like not even really a quarter cup. You don't need a whole lot. So right now we've kind of got like a pretty thin brothy type mixture. I am going to add a little bit of thyme, a little bit of parsley, and some rosemary. And
we got a ton of time.
I don't like to be shy about how much spice I use. Obviously you should do it to taste. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Well, you can always add more. These holes are not really spice shaped. They're not really spice shaped. So we've got a nice seasoned mixture now. So we'll let it cook down a little bit, and at the end we'll thicken it up so that it's something that you want to kind of like spread all over this good stuff.
Neat. So we're looking for the oil to be hot. I think so. We're ready. It's going. Alright, we're going in with the first one. It's a really thin pork chop, so it's not going to take very long for it to cook in the oil. I'm going to like maybe a minute on each side. Pretty good. We want them to be golden brown. So I didn't put any salt or pepper on the pork chop itself. That was my mistake. But you know what we can do? Salt it afterwards. Don't burn me. Don't burn me. Don't burn me. Second group going in. Oh, nice and crispy. Nice and crispy. No way!
Can you turn that off for me?
Yeah. Yeah, I might have made too many noodles. That's okay. We like leftovers. Blammo. And that's your final pork chop.
So this has reduced down a little bit. It's still pretty thin though. I am going to thicken it up a little bit, and we're actually going to make what's called a slurry, which is a mixture of flour and water. So we're kind of going to make a little bit of a paste so that when you stir it in to the gravy, you're not just adding raw flour and it's not going to get soup lumpy. So stop. That's our dinner, not done yet.
Okay, salt.
So, gonna dust out a little bit, mix it in, get it going. Alright, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this at a time. Yeah, look at that. That thickened right up. It's perfect.
It looks great. Let's taste it.
So the bouillon usually does have some sodium in it, so you want to be careful with how much salt you put in there, but always salt to taste. So unfortunately, I wish I could give you super specific measurements, but when my mom taught me to make gravy, she was not very specific. It was kind of just go by taste and see how you feel and keep adding things until it's right.
Tastes yummy.
Let's do this.
Schnitzel with noodles and a side salad for a well-balanced diet.